Hey, welcome to the official guitar tutorial for our version of this song, Set You Free. We'll be having three parts for this tutorial. The first part, I'll show you all the chords for the song. Second part, I'll show you the lead, intro, and outro lines. And the last part, I'll give you some tips on how to play this song live with just a guitar and without the band as accompaniment. So let's start. A quick note before we start playing the song. Most of the chords we'll be using here uses the open B and E strings. So take note regardless of how I call the chords. Just take note if I'm using the open B and E strings. Alright, this is the intro. The first chord is a G sharp minor 7. Dun, 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 dun. Second chord is an A add 9. Dun, dun, dun. Third chord is an F sharp minor 7. Dun, 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 dun. That fourth chord is an A over B. It's an A chord with the B bass. Then you repeat the sequence. Alright, this is the first part of the first verse. The first chord is in E add 9. We often fool. Second chord is in F sharp minor 7. Ourselves and say G sharp minor 7 that it's love only. A add 9. Then repeat the cycle. Because when it's gone, F sharp minor 7. Then this is where the chord changes. That chord is in E flat minor 7 flat 5. End up being lonely. So how do you do an E flat minor 7 flat 5? Just do a regular E flat minor 7 bar chord on the 6th fret. Alright, then move the second note of the chord a fret down. Something like this. But of course you should change the fingering to something like this. Alright, that's how it should sound. Again. Cause when it's gone, we end up being lonely. Alright, that next chord is a G sharp 7 suspended passing chord to the G sharp 7. We end up being lone. The next chord is a C sharp minor 7. So how are we to know? That next chord is a C sharp augmented. So how do you do a C sharp augmented? Just do a regular C sharp minor chord. Then move the note being pressed by the pinky a step down. Something like that. Alright, the fingering should look like this. Again. So how are we to know? Then you repeat that it just wasn't so. The next chord is in A add 9, where we just have descending G sharp minor 7 to let each F sharp minor 7 let her go. That's an F sharp minor 7 flat 5. To simplify it, just do an A minor chord with an F sharp bass. Then this is the second part of the first verse. Again, the first chord is an E add 9. Na, 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 na. F sharp minor 7. Na, na, na. E sharp minor 7. Na, A add 9. Na, 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 na. Then the E flat minor 7 flat 5. G sharp 7 suspended. E sharp 7. So how are we to know? C sharp augmented. Da, 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 da. Then do again the descending chord pattern. A add 9. Then just have G sharp minor 7 to let F sharp minor 7 each other. That's an E. Go D. D5. Just hit the lower portions of the D chord. Again, that we just have to let each other go. And now we're on the chorus part. The first chord in the chorus is an A over B, but in this position, in the 7th fret. So if you analyze the chord, this is an A, but we'll be using a B bass. Alright? Again. Loving you is all that means to me. The second chord is a B flat augmented. Okay. It's actually the same chord with the one we used earlier. How are we to know? The C sharp augmented, but with, of course, a B flat bass. So, okay. Again. Loving you is all that means to me. B flat augmented. A add 9. If being happy is all. G sharp minor 7. Hope you'd be. Then a C sharp suspended to the C sharp. Then we do an ascending chord pattern. F sharp minor 7 in loving you. G sharp minor 7 loves me. A add 9. I really have to set A over B. You free. Then we go back to the intro part. Alright, so that's basically it. You just repeat the intro part for the second verse. I really have to set you free. Dun, 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 dun. Then, of course, do the second part of the first verse. Dun, 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 dun. That it just had to let each other go. And then repeat the chorus chords. Then we'll go to the bridge part. Alright, this is the bridge part. The first chord is a C sharp minor 7 in the 9th fret. Letting go is not an easy task. The second chord is an A flat over C. How did that happen? So this is another form of A flat. The D form. Look at this one. But you won't be hitting those notes. Just to give you an idea. A flat, but we'll be using a C bass. So it should look something like this. Alright, so again, the first chord, C sharp minor 7. Letting go is not an easy task. That's an A flat over C. Smiling feels. The third chord is just an E over B, so an E chord with a B bass. Lonely mask. The fourth chord is an F sharp over B flat. Again, use that shape that I showed you a while ago. This is an F sharp, the D shape, the D type F sharp. Yeah, but we'll be using a B flat bass. Hope you're getting that. Again, bridge. Letting go, C sharp minor 7 is not an easy task. A flat over C. When smiling feels E over B, I must wear this golden mask. F sharp over B flat. It hurts deep inside. That's an A add 9 side. And I just F sharp minor 7 cannot hide. G sharp minor 7. Da 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 da. A add 9. Know that we just have to part. A over B. And that's the bridge. Hope you got that. So after the bridge, you just repeat the chorus 2 times, and that's about it. I'll just show you the outro part. This is the outro, the same as the intro. So the second to the last chord is a C augmented. The last chord is of course in E add 9. And this is the next portion of the tutorial. I'll show you the lead melody lines of the intro and the outro. So the first note, do a slide from the 2nd fret of the 3rd string to the 4th fret. The second part of the intro, then repeat. And this is the outro, so just repeat the intro part. Then when you get to the C augmented chord, alright, now this is how to play this intro and outro parts with just one guitar, no band accompaniment, no keyboards. So it's a little bit tricky. You have to combine the melody with the chords. And this is how I do it live. And this is the outro. Okay, so that's it. Hope you got all the chords and the techniques on how to play this song. Thank you so much for watching. Please share this video, tell your friends to subscribe. Let me know in the comments anything or any song you'd like to learn next. See you around.